Welcome back to Pokemon Fire Red. In the last episode, we went through Victory Road, talking about random stuff the entire time. In this episode, we're going to the Pokemon League, and we're going to fight the Elite Four. Hot damn, it's cold in here, because we're fighting Lorelei. That joke was pretty terrible. But whatever, Lorelei can start with Dugong, in case you may or may not know. Lorelei actually only uses Ice-type Pokemon, even though all of her Pokemon, except for one, I think, no Water-type moves, which is really weird. Technically, she's the Ice-type, but she could also be, you know, just a Water-type, leader, but, you know. But Dugong, I mean, Lorelei in general, what she usually tries to do with her strategy is she'll start out with, a Hail. Basically, Hail is like a static move, like, you know, how we have Rain Dance for Sparky. Basically, what Hail does, if you were in an Ice-type Pokemon, it'll do damage to you every single turn. This and Sandstorm are, like, I believe the only, weather moves I think can hurt you. I may be wrong on that, but I'm not sure. My strategy usually for going into this, though, if you have, an Electric type, like I do with Sparky, or a Fire type, you should do fine, especially on her last Pokemon. That's definitely where you want a Fire type at. But Sparky's already down, which is not a good start to the Elite Four. I kind of grinded a little bit, at least to level 50, because I was like, the minimum I think you should be at. Okay, I was gonna say the minimum should be 50, but I've actually done this around level 45 once or twice. But, of course, you can also use Fire-type moves, which I can't remember. So, say if you've got, like, a Hitmonlee or Hitmonchan back around at, Saffron City, I totally recommend having it here, just because it'll come in handy a lot. And, of course, Dennis is actually going to be our big, he's going to be the MVP of this match, basically. I wouldn't say this here, legitimately, it's going to be a beefer of a part. So, I'm going to run out of things to talk about eventually, I'm sure. I'm going to try to keep as consistent as possible, though. Next out is Cloyster, and that's going to sound delayed, and I have to edit that. Whatever, though. Cloyster is Water-Ice type. Cloyster's actually a pretty decent Pokemon. It's, of course, Water-Ice. It has a ton of defense, which you actually want to watch out for. Here she has Spikes. Basically, what Spikes do is say, the next Pokemon I throw to after Shinju, or Venusaur, whatever you want to call it, is going to actually take damage from getting thrown out because of the Spikes. Cloyster also has Protect, which you want to watch out for. You don't really want to watch out for, but it's just like, basically it protects you for a turn against moves, say, like how I was going to have Venusaur use Razor Leaf on Cloyster. But, the good thing is about Protect, as you saw earlier, they kept saying that it failed. You cannot, I think the most you can use Protect is 2 turns in a row. I've never seen it get 3 turns in a row, and I sat now and watch what'll happen in the next Pokemon game I play. But, I don't know. Cloyster's not really the hard to get. Actually, when it comes down to it, I think Cloyster's our easiest Pokemon to fight. It's either it's protecting and stuff, or it's just not doing anything. And of course, you have Grass type, you'll take it out, no problem. It really doesn't have many Ice types, except for, I think, Icicle Spear, Ice Spear thing, whatever you call it. I don't know. Now this doesn't make sense. I mean, she is a Slowbro. The Slowbro doesn't know. I mean, this is a nice type. It doesn't make sense. I mean, look at that critical hit. Maybe she needs a Mega Slowbro, which is still the dumbest looking Mega Evolution in the entire game. Mega Beedrill, though, is pretty cool. And here comes the hardest part of the fight. She has a Lapras. As you probably have seen or know, Lapras has a ton of HP and a bunch of defense. Lapras is not that easy to fight because, I mean, it's Lapras, so they're never really that easy to fight. So what we're planning to do right now is I'm going to have Dennis out here, since he has Brick Break, he'll do a ton of damage to Lapras if he hits it, and we're actually going to put it to sleep. Lapras here does no Confuse Ray, though, just like our Lapras, so we really want to watch out for that. I don't like to say we, but it's I. Whatever! But you totally want to watch out for Lapras. It's the hardest part of her team to fight, I think. I mean, look at that. That's super effective. and it only did that much damage. That Lapras is pretty good. But that's why I have Sparky, because Sparky can just thunder it to death. But, her Pokemon, you saw like they do have, citrus berries on them. Basically, citrus berries, if you haven't seen them before, I don't think we've seen them yet. Basically, if you get to a certain point of health, your Pokemon will eat a berry and pretty much restore health. Citrus berry, of course, are the best berries because you can restore a pretty big amount of health. The All-Star Packing Full Restore series basically will heal status effects and it will heal your HP up. Basically, the best, the best, healing item in the game. I don't know, like, I know that, Lapras, or not Lapras, yeah, Lapras is in the anime, but, Lorelei is also in the anime. She has a different name, though, I can't think of the name, though. It starts with a P. It's like Pamela or something, I can't remember. But she does have a different, I do wonder why they changed that she has a different name in the anime. Do they even mention that she's in the Elite Four in the anime? Like, we know, like, okay, well, like, if you ever watch the, Johto arc in the anime, you know that they see Lance, and I'm pretty sure they said that he's like the champion of Johto, but we never see. I don't think Lorelei mentions that she's in the Elite Four. I'm like, I haven't watched the Orange Island League or the Orange Island arc in a long time, and I like that arc too. A lot of people hate it. I kind of like it, but I don't know. It had charm. Now she has out Jinx, Mr. Popo's wife. Jinx, to say enough. To me, it's the hardest part of her team to fight, mostly because of this. It has Attract. Attract is a really annoying move, because basically your Pokemon falls in love with Jinx of all things. I don't know why, but it does. Basically, if you become mobilized by love, you're basically screwed, because you cannot get out of it, as far as I know. It's kind of like Confusion in a way, I don't think you can actually get out of it. You can attack her every once in a while, but not too often. And that's why I have Hypnosis out. Hypnosis actually is weak against Jinx, as Jinx is a ghost type, but, you know, I have to throw it out because it's one of our only girl members on the team, and I can't throw Sora out because she has Ice Punch, and Ice Punch will kill Sora pretty quickly. At least Hypnosis, she never uses a ghost type move in this fight, so I can always just come here and spam Psychic. I just have to watch out for the Ice Punch. Jinx, though, you can actually get one in a trade, I believe, in, Cerulean City, and Jinx is actually, it's not that bad of a Pokemon. I mean, Ghost and Ice is actually a pretty good type, and I don't think we ever really see that ever again after Jinx. But, I can totally recommend Jinx for a Pokemon. I think I can't remember what you have to trade for to get it, though. But we have defeated Jinx, and we've also defeated Lorelei. I was gonna say, so that's the most boring battle of the entire thing, because there's nothing I can say about that, but it's just Lorelei. We've seen Ice types, and Ice types are kind of boring. Well, Ice types aren't boring, it's just her fights are boring, and they kind of went on for way too long. But she's the hardest, I'll say so, she no doubt gives me the hardest time, or I've ever in the Elite Four, and this guy here actually gives me the easiest, so. And this is Bruno, the one that everybody gives a Russian accent for some reason. I don't know why. Everybody gives him the Russian accent. But Bruno, he actually is a fighting type trainer. I guess that's what I call him. But but he's an Onyx, so you would never think you'd be like, oh, this guy has a rock. He's a rock type trainer, just like Brock. Even though you actually, in the anime, you see him fight like a Crystal Onyx, which is pretty cool. But, actually, yeah, here he comes. He's about to sit out a fighting type. But Bruno, to me, I think is the easiest because my team is always sitting around fighting types. Fighting types aren't really that hard to fight in this game to begin with. I mean, we have Sora here, and Sora, we're gonna see Sora's just basically gonna hit him with, like, Flaw. So Bruno's actually, he's the easiest, no doubt. Like, this actually, I think this Elite Four is actually one of the easiest, minus Lorelei. Like, the Elite Four, they're never really that hard. Like, I can stop stuttering. The easiest Elite Four to me is still in Gen 2, though, because they're, like, they're so easy to fight. The hardest, though, is probably Gen 4's. I fucking hate fighting Gen 4's Elite Four. Especially the champion. Dude, fuck Cynthia. She's the best champion, no doubt in my mind, but damn, she is hard to fight. That's because of that fucking Spiritomb and Garchomp. Ugh, I hate that. But we'll get to Cynthia whenever I get to Gen 4, in the year 2020, but, you know. Actually, it'll probably year, see. 2015, I'll be doing Gen 2. 2016, probably Gen 3. So 2017, I'll be doing Gen 4. I have to wait till 2018 to do Gen 5. Fuck. Damn it, I love Gen 5. But he also has Machamp. Machamp is his hardest Pokemon to fight, mostly because Machamp has a ton, and don't get me wrong, it says a ton of attack power, and you definitely want to watch out for that. Machamp is, of course, the evolution of Machoke. And I got stuck there for a second saying that. Machamp, though, actually, when I did my practice run, I actually had a bit of a hard time fighting Machamp, because I could never land a hit on him for some reason. I don't know why. Like, every move I keep throwing at him, it would keep missing. I don't know why, but, you know, things happen. My strategy, though, for Machamp, at least, because the fight, besides Machamp, is pretty easy, is just put Machamp to sleep as much as you can, or as fast as you can, because if you don't, he's gonna wreck your shit. But here's the question of the day, I guess. Who is your, what generation has your favorite Elite Four? For me, it's probably, See, that's hard, actually. I like Gen 6 Elite Four. Trying to think. Actually, Gen 4, they gave me the hardest thing, but I do like them, minus the bug guy. Well, okay, I like the last. Okay, I like Cynthia. There you go. I don't really care. Okay, the Elite Four in that game sucks. Gen 3, nah. They're kind of boring. Their fights are cool, but they're kind of boring. Drake Salamence is a bitch. Who else is there? Gen 5 is cool, I guess. Gen 6. I like Gen 6's Elite Four. I think the type picks were kind of cool. So I do notice, though, if you ever notice, there's always a dragon type thing in the Elite Four. I mean, this game we're gonna see, you know, here in a little bit. In Gen 2, the champion uses dragon types. In Gen 3, we have Drake, which is fucking Salamence, which is hard to fight. Then, by the way, Bruno has two Onyxes for some reason. Or is it Onyx? Is that, I don't know what the fuck. Gen 4, you have Cynthia, and she's a Garchomp. I guess that counts. Gen 5, there actually is not a dragon type trainer in there. Thank God. Probably I like Gen 5's more. And Gen 6, we have the old lady who likes to use dragon types. Speaking of old ladies, look who this is. This old bitchy hag is Agatha. Agatha, she uses ghost types. Well, quote unquote uses ghost types. Or quote, uses ghost types, unquote. There you go. But Agatha should start out with Gengar. Mostly uses double team. Double team, I hate because it's hard to hit. Now, because there are only really 3 ghost type Pokemon in this game, which are Ghastly, Haunter, and Gengar, Agatha can only use Ghastly, or she doesn't even use Ghastly. She only uses Haunter and Gengar, and the rest are poison types. She has 2 Gengar. 1 Honor, I'm pretty sure, and I think 2 Arbok, but it might be 2 Honor, I'm not sure. But, Agatha, of course, since she has, I mean, this is Gen 1, all Ghost types have a Poison type with it. They're dual type with Poison and Ghost, there you go. So basically, if you have a Psych type, spam the crap out of it. This fight's not hard, especially if you have a Psychic type, this fight is so easy to do, because she cannot do anything to you. Oh, she's a Golbat. I forgot about that. Golbat, you know, Flying Poison. So it's 2 Gengar, 1 Honor, 1 Golbat, 1 Arbok. But, you know, she is a Ghost type trainer. Because when you fight, when you beat the Elite Four and the Champion, you can actually come back after that and refight all of them. And they'll have different teams, like updated teams for this game. They don't have that in the original games. I believe, I haven't played the original games in years, but I think they do get higher level. I know here they I think they scaled it down a tiny bit to make it easier. But, you'll come back here and they actually go up, I think they go up to at least level, like, I think it's high 60s to low 70s is what they're at. The Elite Four is never really too hard, though. And yes, I will be showing the rematches, probably, maybe, I don't know, hopefully. Eventually in the post-game. To me, though, her Arbok, as you saw, usually gives me the most trouble, which is weird, because I think it's her weakest Pokemon, but it gave me the most trouble in this. Her Gengar actually gave me the least amount of trouble in this run. The practice run, this Gengar shit throw gave me, like, the hardest time. I don't know what happened in the practice run, but, like, I got wrecked completely by the Elite Four, but here I do pretty fine. Besides Lorelei, I think I did okay. I mean, I usually do have trouble with this Elite Four, and it's usually this Elite Four alone, but, you know. In Gen 4, the Elite Four, they're pretty easy, actually. It's besides Cynthia. It's kind of the reverse, I think. Usually in Pokemon, it's usually the Champion, I think, who's the easiest. But then, like, you know, actually, now I think about that, I was talking earlier about the whole Gen 5 thing. There is a Dragon-type trainer in Gen 5 Part 2. But, basically, the Elite Four, I usually think are harder than the Champion. And the Champion's not really hard until Gen 4, instance with Cynthia. Because, I mean, look at Gen 3. Depending if you're playing, you know, Ruby Sapphire, Alpha Sapphire, or Omega Ruby, you fight, like, Steven is a Champion. And Steven's always super easy to fight. And that's coming from somebody who never had a Fire type when they played Emerald. Not Emerald, but that's coming from somebody who had never had a Fire type when they played, Ruby. But then you have, like, Wallace, and he's super fucking easy to fight. He's pathetic to fight. And, but you always have, like, especially Drake. Drake in Gen 3 is so hard to fight. It's not even funny, but I don't know. This Gengar, it's only really hard because it's high level. That's about it. And high levels, just because, you know, it has higher stats, can be a problem for you. It does have Hypnosis, which I dodged every single time in this fight, which I was really happy about, but I don't know, it wasn't a hard fight. Agatha's pretty simple to fight, I think. Literally all she has now is a Haunter. That's the last thing she does out, is a Haunter. After 2 Gengars, an Arbok, and a Golbat, she throws out the pre-evolution of Gengar. She may as well just have a 3rd Gengar. I don't know why she doesn't. I mean, it's to, you know, have, what's the word I'm thinking of? Diversity in her team, but still, I mean, she's using all Ghost types. I mean, we see in later games, like, there's a trainer who has 3 of the same Pokemon. And they're in, like, the Elite Four within the Pokemon League, actually, but we'll see that when we get to that. Agatha, you're kind of a bitch, honestly. You old hag. I mean, I respect my elders, but God, she's a bitch. Okay, dickhead. So your name's Lance, huh? Alright then. I'm so confused. I don't know if he's talking about me, or him, or me, or him. This is Lance, that him, not me. And Lance actually is a dragon-type trainer. Lance, it's just really weird to say because I keep thinking of myself. He starts out with Gyarados. Of course, Gyarados is not a dragon-type. It is actually flying water. It's water flying, whatever, it's the same thing. Gyarados, of course, does Dragon Rage, just so it technically counts. It's like the only Dragon Ball 2 move that Gyarados knows besides Twister, and Dragon Rage only does 40 damage, so it's a terrible move for this point in the game. And Twister's actually pretty bad, too. So I really don't recommend, like, using that for a Gyarados. But actually, I meant to start out with, Sparky here. I thought he was going to throw out another Pokemon at first, but I was wrong. But since it only does 4 damage, we're not really going to worry about much, because Sparky's faster than Gyarados. Look at that, Gyarados is already down. That didn't take long at all. Next out is Dragonair. Dragonair is a it's just completely Dragon type. Dragonair is actually, the design-wise, it's super basic, but it's really cool. I do like Dragonair. Dragonair, though, can actually learn a few Dragon type moves. Like, I'm pretty sure it can learn Dragon Breath. It can't learn Dragon Claw, though, because it doesn't have, you know, hands. It also does know Hyper Beam. So you want to watch out for that, because Hyper Beam, basically, it hurts really badly. It's one of the most powerful moves. I think, actually, it's the most powerful type, normal type move in the game, besides Giga Impact. That's not in this game. But just look at this. The whole DNA beam, it look cool, but it gets better looking in later games, I think. Dragonair, though, is not really that hard to fight, I don't think. Well, not really until Gen 2, when we fight Claire. But her hardest Pokemon's that Kingdra. God, Kingdra's hard to fight. But, you know, as long as you have an Ice-type Pokemon, like, I mean, we have Lapras here just shooting out, like, Ice Beams, like, all for days and days, all day, every day, you know. But, you have nothing to worry about. Next out was Aerodactyl. Aerodactyl flying rock type. Aerodactyl is really, and I do mean really fast. You really want to watch out for that because, I mean, look at that. Super effective against Lapras. It's basically our main way to fight Aerodactyl, and he's already almost taking it out. Aerodactyl, though, its Mega Evolution's really fast. I learned the hard way because my friend Chris, when we played X and Y, had one, and Aerodactyl hit hard and quickly. Aerodactyl is a really good member of your team if you really want. You can actually, if you get an old Amber behind, Pewter City's museum, you can actually go restore it. You have to get all the way from, I think, level 5 to 25, somewhere around there. But Aerodactyl, it doesn't play around. It's really hard to fight if you're not ready for it. But Aerodactyl is a down. Basically, he just shows out another Dragonair. It's 2 Dragonairs, basically. I mean, Dragonair is not really... It's not hard to fight. As long as I have Ness, I'm gonna win, because, I mean, they can't stop Ness. Ness is the almighty lord of this team. But I always say this here. It also says Outrage. Outrage is actually a really good Dragon-type move, but if you use it too much, it will confuse you, which it does have, you know, a side... It has a, it's a double-edged sword, basically. But Dragonair... totally recommend because its evolution is really, really good. And it's actually considered he's on my team, but I didn't do it. Oh, good lord, here we go. The Big Papa himself. Sweet semen of baby Jesus! Get yourself a dragon! That's right, Dragon, the OD of the OG! That's right, we're talking about the original motherfucking Dragonair! It flies, brew, it just starts to brew, you know, so on and so on. Dragonite! It's so fucking cute! I had to quote that video. I love that video so much. I was gonna quote the entire thing, but I won't, because everybody's done that. Dragonite is a beast to fight. Dragonite, of course, it's the dragon flying type. And look at that, it just took out Shinju like that. Dragonite's something you want to mess with. Of course, it knows Wings Attack, and it knows a lot of stuff. It knows Hyper Beam, I'm pretty sure. It knows Outrage. Dragonite's not something you want to find. I wholeheartedly recommend throwing a Leech Seed if you have Venusaur. Throw a Leech Seed and try to put the thing to sleep. Dragonite hits hard. Of course, there's Safeguard. Safeguard can basically keep it where no, like, say if I want to throw, like, you saw I want to throw a hypnosis now, I cannot put it to sleep, so I'm basically kind of screwed on that part, so I'm just gonna hit it with whatever I got. Dragonite, though, I really did consider using for my team because Dragonite's it's a great Pokemon. I'm still shocked it never got into the Mega Evolution. By the time I'm recording this, though, Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby just came out. But, it's weird that it hasn't got a Mega Evolution because that's one of the most popular Dragon types. I mean, I don't think Garchomp really needed one because Garchomp's OP enough, but, I mean, this is basically the original Garchomp. Dragonite was pretty OP back in the day. I mean, he looks like Barney the Dinosaur if he was a dragon, but, you know. We have, you know, Nest, so we have nothing to worry about. Nest can take out, I must have Charizard. It can take out Dragonite pretty easily. And with that, we have defeated Lance of the Elite Four. It's the Pants Master versus the Dragon Master, and the Pants Master won. Now, we go on, because we just beat the Pokemon League.
And now I'm on my way to challenge the Pokemon League champion to battle.
Hey! I see you finally made it! I was hoping you would.